Hello, welcome back to the Corey TV and TKRL. We are live for round 8 here in Brazil. Hope everyone's doing well. Not sure if I was muted there or not, but round 8 TKRL Brazil. Just getting ready here to go. Here's our track layout, 15 corners, 2 DRS zones. And I was hoping they were gonna already be loaded up here. Looks like they're getting ready. But I need to find... Oh, come on. Seriously. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, they're loading in now. We have 15 corners, 2 DRS zones around a 4.3 kilometer circuit. And from the F1 page, what's the circuit like? Like many pre-World War II tracks, Interlagos features banked corners with the drivers beginning their lap on sort of a half oval. In fact, between 1957 and the track's return to F1 calendar in 1990, Interlagos could be run as a giant oval. After wiggling through the Senna S and down to turn 4, the drivers then go through a snaking infield section with some challenging camber changes before slinging back up the hill and through the banked final turn. So there you go. And it looks like we got some rain going on. Pop open my app here. And yep, we've got wet quali. And I'll see if it'll spit out some more information at me this session. So wet quali looks like it's going to be dry for the race. Our current air temperature is 23 degrees. Track temperature is 29 degrees. So, and Solomon already out on track, as well as Desi, and Andy has made his way out there. All three starting their outlaps on a very wet and soggy day here in Brazil. Beefcake, we haven't seen Beefcake on track for a few races. Good to see Beef back. He had a bit of disaster that he was dealing with and is now back. Welcome back. Now we'll pull up our map so we can see. I believe it's Desi that will be first to start his lap. And he is up on Hans Solomon through the sector 1. Hans Solomon's had his lap time deleted. Dazzy still making his way through. Really, you just want to set a banker lap. Hope we've got good volume. And Dazzy crosses the line with a 121.267. Now, someone's just done a fastest sector 2. It could have been Huntilla. Crosses the line, goes fastest. 120.917. And Andy Beef's gone third fastest. Now, I think they can probably get a couple of laps done here with Inters. Okay, Hans Solomon putting in his time now. Goes third fastest. GC Adventures. You see just how wet it is out there. Not quite wet enough for full wet tires. Constipated goes fastest with a 119.157. See where GC Adventures goes 7th fastest. And he trying to hustle his Ferrari around this wet circuit. And let's see. Little wiggle coming up the hill. And Andy goes 5th fastest with the 121.2. So far, I Constipated sitting on pole. Followed by Huntilla, followed by Cluck. Who's gone into pits. Beefcake. Still pushing. He has improved from his 127. Now sitting at a 120.859. If you're just joining us, round 8, TKRL here in Brazil. easing on the throttle, trying to get that car to grip up. In the pits he goes. So Ted and Matt trying to get a time in here. No DRS in the wet. But you can see there's a bit of a drier line that the drivers are following. Slinking his way through the infield. He has set the fastest middle sector. And so, as he comes around turn 15, where does he end up? He goes fastest with a 1:17.5. Incredible lap. Everyone's improving now. The track's getting a little bit better. 7 minutes to go. Well, 7.5 minutes to go here in qualifying. And we can see that the rain has stopped. And the track is improving. And Flying Fox Racing Boomer Sooner driving that Red Bull, making his way around on his first out lap. And comes across the line to start his first flying lap. On the brakes, down through the Senna S, I believe that's called. Don't shoot me, Boomer. Along the back straightaway. So let's see what he can do on this drying track and a fresh set of inters. Let's see what his sector 2 looks like. That's where a lot of the time's going to be gained, and there it is. Purple through sector 2. And crosses the line. Second fastest with a 1:18.6. Great lap. SC Presence. Currently sitting in ninth position. It's hard to tell if he's pushing here or not. So, SC Presence now sets the fastest second sector with a little wiggle as he comes up the hill. Let's see where he cross line. He should improve up into 7th position. No. Where is Dazzy on his outlap? Andy in the grass. Just on his outlap. Oh. GC Adventures. Looks like he's made contact with something. He's lost a bit of that front wing there on track. He's attempted to come out on a set of slick tires, and I don't know if we're there yet. I don't think anyone else is. Oh, Tad and Matt's gone out on a set of slicks. And I just don't think we're there yet. So that's pretty much identical what GC Adventure did, minus breaking his wing. Constipated out on a set of slicks as well. So interesting. Here's Beefcake also on a set of slicks. So about half the grid is switched over to a set of softs. And we think it's dry enough, and as we see, that seems to be the corner that the back end just can't hang on to it. So as we see, once you get a little bit of water on those tires, they are no good. Tad and Matt, he's probably binned it. I don't think the softs are gonna be the tire. Andy has now gone the fastest on that set of inters with a 117.1. Dazzy improving. But into the pits he goes. Yeah, all sorts of trouble. I don't think we were ready for softs just yet, but we'll see. Nope. Cluckboy's gone fastest. Beefcake's done. So I think this is pretty much where our grid is going to end up. I think some of these definitely tatted could have improved. Just on a set of inters, there was no bit of a gamble to hop onto the slicks right now. And SC Presence improved, but stays 8th fastest. So, Clock Boy, Andy, Tatted, Boomer. Then on the 3rd row, we've got Dazzy and Constipated. 4th row is Huntilla and SC. 5th row is Beef and Hans Solomon. And on the 6th row is GC Adventures and Shadow Perp. Now, we are getting ready for our formation lap here. Okay. As we get ready for this race start, I will be back in just a few short moments. Ooh, sorry, missed the race start. Lap 1. Tatted Matt holds the lead ahead of Cluck Boy. Cluck Boy followed by Sooner Man. And right behind Sooner Man is Constipated. Top 4 already starting to pull away. Dazzy sitting in 5th, followed by Huntilla. Beefcake sitting in 7th. Han Soloman in 8th. GC Adventures in 9th. Andy in 10th. SC in 11th. And we have lost Shadow Perp due to a disqualification. Back up front. Looks like pit window will be around lap 15 and 17, depending. Not depending on what tire you've been on. So, we'll see. That's some pretty big lockups from Tatted Matt already. Cluckboy doing a good job staying in that DRS. Has DRS now. And he is closing up on Tatted. Again, Tatted with a big lockup into turn 1. On board with Cluck as he hunts him down. Again, that DRS activated. And Sooner Man also doing a great job. He needs to make sure he doesn't slip out of that DRS range. As of at the moment, he is just outside of it. And will he be close enough when we cross the line? I don't think so this time around. And oh, he was just. A Beefcake. And Dazzy goes side to side. There's contact. Dazzy gets spun around. And loses a bunch of positions. Does he have damage? Looks like he escapes without any damage. The stewards will be taking a look at that one. I am almost positive. But back to Beefcake. Beefcake up into 5th place now. And hunting down Huntilla. And pushing it a little too hard. Beefcake makes this error, loses the back end of his McLaren. And that is going to allow Dazzy and Constipated through. But Beef still fighting Constipated. This time we have a virtual safety car. So we have lost SC presence in Sector 3, it looks like. And they have got that cleared up, it looks like. They will be required to hold their delta. But we can see Sooner has caught right up to the back of Cluck Boy before the safety car. So a good battle happening here between those two. And Dazzy and Beefcake. Dazzy decides to go into the pits. So does Hans Solomon, Constipated Andy, and GC Adventures all going into the pits. Bit of a gamble. We could be going green at any time here. Okay, so it says virtual safety car still, but we actually have a full safety car. And again, the top 5 stay out. Now, are we going to have to wait for the pack to catch up? Or will we be going green after this lap? But I tell you, they really got to fix this. Game. It is just filled with bugs. And safety car is in this lap. So when does Tatted go? There he goes. They all make their way to turn 1. We're 3 wide, but 2 wide. Beefcake now up into 4th position. And right on the back of Sooner. Dazzy and Hans Solomon. Dazzy with the inside. You know, Tatted Matt, he is almost got Cluckboy out of that DRS range. And it will be enabled this lap, so we'll see. And again, Sooner with a little bit of a lockup. And what happened to Beef? Just a little bit wide there. Loses the position to Huntilla. And we've got the two Williams going at it. So, your leader, Tad and Matt, followed by Clockboy, followed by Sooner. And behind we have Huntilla being hunted down by Beefcake. Beefcake peeking up the inside. Late breaks. Huntilla gets the move done. Up into P4. Great battle for these two. And now Huntilla gets DRS. Is he able to come back at him? And that is some good battling. Very brave. Beef keeping his foot into that one. Boomer. Starting to reel in Cluckboy here. GC Adventures gets a 3-second penalty. Again, we see Beef locking up that front left tire as they get into turn 1. We are on lap 11 of 36. I'm not sure what happened to Constipated, but he's dropped a few positions. Tad and Matt now with a 2-second gap to Cluckboy. Cluckboy has now managed to put a bit of a gap between him and Sooner, but Beef gets the overtake done on Sooner to take over third position. So, we could be getting into a time in the race where these hards are a little bit quicker than the mediums. And Sooner might be starting to struggle on those beams, but here he is with DRS. Nicely done through there. Gains a little bit of time. Is he close enough? Not close enough yet. But a nice battle brewing between these two. The pit window should be opening in a couple laps here for these front runners that have yet to stop. And this is, well, this battle's getting close too. You can just see the mediums are starting to struggle a little bit. And a little battle here with Constipated and the two Ferraris. Andy wants to get involved in that. Andy alongside. Does get the move done. Constipated coming back at him. A little bit of light contact there. Beefcakes, he's made a massive mistake. He's lost a bit of his front wing. Was in third, now in ninth. Now that moves Boomer back into third place. Almost halfway through this race. And I think we should see. Yeah, there's Beef. 10-second penalty speeding in the pit lane. But we should see some stops starting to happen. I would imagine this lap or the next for Tatted Matt, and Sooner's just gonna follow him in, I'm assuming. So whatever Tatted does, that's what Boomer's gonna do. And Solomon, he may be able to extend a little bit on those hards. And they stay out. for another lap. Hans Solomon was one of the ones that stopped on the safety car. Doing a great job. We can see Sooner really struggling on these mediums. I wouldn't be surprised if he is boxing this lap. Let's see what Tatted does. And Tatted stays out. So his tires must still be feeling pretty good. Boomer stays out. Hans Solomon almost gets the move done, but Sooner able to defend. Hangs on to second position. Huntilla chasing them down. Now everyone's pretty evenly paced here. Tatted definitely the fastest man on track. Well, was the fastest man on track. Beefcake has just set a fastest lap of 1:11.1. He is on a fresh set of mediums. And Hans Solomon and Boomer still going at it here. Sooner doing a fantastic job keeping up with Hans Solomon. And those mediums have got to be screaming at Sooner right now. And you can see Huntilla's now catching them. So it could be wise. So dive into the pits here. But nope, they stay out. Huntilla goes around the outside of Boomer up into third place now. Boomer down into fourth. Indian Cluckboy having some fun. Here goes Cluckboy. Alongside, it has the inside for the next corner. Job done. Now, Beef and Constipated. So there goes Tatted. He gets 10 seconds for speeding in the pit lane. That is not going to help his race at all. And Boomer stayed out. And we can see Tatted's coming out of the pit lane right behind him there. Dazzy goes in for a second stop. Now, so, Will Hensolman. Anyways, 16 laps on this set of hard tires. He is going to be struggling to make those last to the end. But same, Huntilla and Boomer still need to stop. They've done 21 laps on those set of mediums. I don't know if the hards are going to go to the end for the two drivers, Andy and Hensolman. And Tatted, he's gone onto a set of softs. Back up into P1. He is set the fastest lap of the race with a 109.9. So he is fastest on track by about 4 seconds a lap right now on those soft tires. But he's got to be careful now so he doesn't use those up before the end of the race. And Solomon getting it all sorts of wrong. Loses a position to Huntilla. Must be a... I was gonna say there's gotta be a back marker in this mix here, and there he is. He's got to be careful because he is battling a front runner right now. And although he has the right to unlap himself, he cannot spin the second place car. So he's got to try and be a good boy here. Meanwhile, Cluckboy gets the move done up into third place. He is going to come back at Cluckboy. Henselman moves to the inside as a peak. But he has a busted front wing, so he's going to be losing a ton of downforce, especially through this infield section. And we can see that gap between Tatted and Huntilla is now 10 seconds. Tatted is absolutely flying. We have 11 laps to go. Now, at the moment, there's a pretty good gap. "16 seconds from Boomer to Henselman. About 10 laps to go. And will he be able to hang on to that position? Currently, Boomer is 1 second a lap faster. So it's going to be close. If Sooner can find a bit more pace, and if Henselman drops any more pace whatsoever, it's going to bring Sooner into the mix for a podium. Now Constipated and Sooner going at it. Driver of the day, potentially Henselman, up 7 positions from where he's started this race. Tatted Matt in first, Cluck in second, Henselman in third, Boomer in fourth, Constipated right behind him in fifth, Huntilla hunting both of those guys down in sixth. In seventh, we've got Dazzy. Behind him is teammate Andy. In 9th, GC Adventure, and in 10th, Beefcake Haley. Not the return to the track he was hoping for, I am sure of that. No. As it looks right now, these two are pretty evenly paced. Boomer's starting to catch him a little bit. Last laps, actually, Boomer was 2 seconds faster. And again, I constipated. Up into fourth. Great battle starting to form up here between these three drivers. On board with Sooner. You can see Huntilla in his mirrors, and he's hunting down the gearbox of Constipated. Excuse me. And Beef, he's probably a lap down. Sets the new fastest lap of the race with a 109. Tatted in complete control, domination. That Has is working for him today. And Clock, he's got a great gap too. Lap 31, 36, 32 actually, as we cross the line here. 5 laps to go. Until gets the move done on Boomer. Boomer now sitting in P6. Beefcake runs wide there. Uh-oh, we lost one. Constipated makes a mistake. Down into 6th place now. And Solomon spins. That allows Cluck into 2nd place. And that has brought... Oh no. So we're going to have a safety car here. We have lost... no one, so I don't know why we have a safety car going on. That is absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, absolutely no reason for a safety car here. And we see the safety car pick up Tatted Matt. No, absolutely no reason for a safety car here. Bit ridiculous. Buggy game. Also, the Corey TV partners with W Energy. Head over to the website, check them out. Use code the Corey TV. Get yourself a bit of a deal. W. It's absolutely delicious. Also, remember to hit that like and subscribe. Really helps out the channel, and I appreciate it a lot. Also, want to thank anyone and everyone for tuning in. So, Tatted, coming in for another set of softs. Now, I don't know. I think, yeah, that might actually be the right call. But have we lost Tatted Matt? We have lost Tatted Matt. No. Have we lost the leader of the race? Mm. Safety car in this lap. And yes, we have lost Tatted Matt. So our new leader of the race, Clockboy, followed by Hansolman, Huntilla, being hounded by quite hard to follow what's going on. I don't understand how Beef is ahead of these two. Anyways, we have started the last lap of the race. We have two Williams battling each other side by side. And Solomon hanging on. Don't think we're gonna miss much. Looked like it was basically a one-lap shootout. And first to cross the line. Clock Boy, followed by Han Solomon. But with some penalties, that puts Boomer into second. Constipated into third. Huntilla into fourth. Driver of the day, probably Han Solomon, who drove a brilliant race. And so, there you have it. Cluck Boy taking the win here in Brazil. Fabulous drive. Cluck Boy, followed by Sooner, followed by Constipated, is your podium. In fourth, Huntilla. Fifth, Han Solomon. In sixth, Andy. Seventh, Dazzy. In eighth, Beefcake. In ninth, GC Adventures. Tad and Matt in 10th. Unfortunate for him. Maybe a disconnect there. SC Presence finishing in 11th. And Shadow Perp in 12th. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Oh, Shadow Perp. Okay. Anyways. Thanks for tuning in. Let's see. Okay, let's find out where we are next week. So next week for round 9, we are in Hungary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I look forward to see everyone there. And until then, remember to hit that like and subscribe. Oh, sorry. Yes, remember to hit that like and subscribe and tune in next week for round 9 here at the Corey TV and TKRL. So thanks for watching. Take care, everyone.